All right, girls, so we'll go ahead and get started. Comfortable seated position. Get comfy for a minute. Close your eyes, take a minute, settle in that body, that mind, that breath. Sitting up nice and tall. Each vertebrae stacked one on top of the other, lifting and lengthening through that spine. And just taking in the morning, settling in to your day. Maybe it began a while ago, maybe it's just beginning. And wherever that beginning was, maybe you need a new beginning, maybe making this the beginning. It was a rough start. And just remembering, and as we began our practice, that this time is for you, this time for your body, for your mind. And try and take this beginning into your day as a welcome start, as a place of calm and quiet. The next time you take a nice deep breath as you lift up through the top of the head as you inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower that chin to your chest, and then gently rocking that head out side to side in a half neck circle, right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. With that chin passing through center each time, just gently rocking that head out side to side. And then we're going to come to where that right ear is over at the right shoulder. We're going to hold it here. We're going to press that left shoulder down and away. Create as much space as you can through the side of the neck. If you'd like, you can take that right hand up and just rest that hand on that head, not pulling on that head and that neck, but just letting the weight of the hand be enough to open up a little bit more. And then tilting that chin down towards that shoulder a little bit. And then bringing that chin back up, releasing that hand, relaxing that left shoulder, and then just a couple times, just rock that head out side to side. Little movement before we go to hold on the left side. So when you're ready, coming over to the left side, and again, push that right shoulder down away. Start with that. And then again, if you want a little more stretch, need a little more, place that hand on that head. Again, without pulling on that neck. And again, tilting that chin down a little bit towards the left shoulder now. Just changing the angle a little bit, changing the stretch through the neck. And then we're going to release that hand, release that shoulder. And then again, a couple more times, just rock that head out side to side, right, left, right. And then when you're ready to bring that chin down towards your chest, you can hold it here. If you'd like, you can take the hands together behind you, interlace those fingers and put those at the back of the head and draw the elbows forward. And again, trying not to pull on the neck, just letting the weight of the arms be enough to give yourself a stretch to the back of the neck. And then opening up those elbows, releasing those hands, and then just lifting that head up off that chest. And then from here, we're just going to inhale the arms up, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to fold forward. So seated forward fold, head, chest, and body just coming forward. Legs are crossed, comfortable. Just let the body come forward. Let the hips open up. Let that back open up. And from here, a nice deep breath. Inhale, head up, bring ourselves all the way up together. And then from here, let's just extend those legs all the way. And inhale. and exhale and fold forward. Again, folding over those legs. Let that body come as far forward as it will allow at the moment. Let that back stretch, let those hamstrings stretch. And then from here, again, nice deep breath, head up, tight core. Let's bring ourselves up. Let's take that right leg and cross it over the left. So just take that leg, cross it over. And then with that left hand, you're going to keep a hold of that leg. We're going to inhale that right arm up. And we're going to exhale. We're going to take that right arm back behind us. And we're going to take a little twist. And you can either, if you'd like, you can hug that knee in as you twist around to get a stretch back through the buttocks of the right leg. Or if you just want to take that twist from the torso, it's up to you. You can just rest that hand, whatever works. Or you can take that hand, open up that palm, rest it above that knee. It just depends what you're looking for. But mostly, first of all, taking that twist and that rotation from that torso, from the hips, all the way up through the upper body. And then from here, we're going to slowly untwist. We're going to take the left hand, grabbing either the big toe with the two fingers, or if you want to grab the arch of the foot with the hands, up to you. Whatever's going to let you extend that leg out in front of you. So you've got that arm. If you need to, you can always bend a knee and hug it in. And if you can, grab a hold. And then once again, inhale that right arm up. Exhale, twist, reaching back behind you. Still sitting up nice and tall, trying to keep those shoulders stacked over the hips, not leaning back, but just taking that reach and that length through that arm, that right arm as we reach the fingers back. One more breath, and then just gently untwist, release that leg, release that arm, inhale up and exhale, and fold forward. And once again, nice deep inhale, head up, let's bring it up, take that left leg, cross it over the right. So just getting situated for a seated twist here again. When you're ready, inhale that left arm up, exhale, take that left arm back behind you, twist, look over the left shoulder. So just stay here and breathe. Still sitting up nice and tall again, not taking a lean back. We're still up nice and tall, shoulders up, twisting and rotating through that torso. And then from here, as you gently untwist, again, opposite hand to that leg, to that foot or that toe, and extend that leg. Inhale that left arm up again, exhale, take that left arm back, twist, reach back, looking back, still keeping that leg nice and long. And still breathing, inhale, exhale. And release that arm gently, untwist one more time, inhale up and exhale, folding forward. And from here, inhale, nice tight core, head up, and we're going to stay here for just another moment as we bend those knees. And we're going to take those hands back. So just going to bend those knees, have those feet a little bit further out in front as we come into a figure four. So right leg crosses over the left above that knee. And then as you get comfortable and you want to walk the foot in or walk the hips in a little more, you can, just a seated figure four, pushing that right knee out. You're also here as we're stretching the shoulders maybe a little bit. You can pull those shoulder blades together. So again, depending on how much flexibility there is or how much you need to stretch, you can again walk that foot in. You can scoot that buttocks towards that left foot, but just try and push that right knee out and open. And then before we go to the other side, we're going to uncross and we're going to take the hands now to the shins and we're going to draw the chin in towards your chest. So we're coming into kind of a modified cat, pull those shoulders apart, and then reverse into a modified cow, just taking that gaze up, pull those shoulder blades together. And then just do that a few more times, round reverse. So So again, in modified cat-cow, usually we're on our hands and our knees. Right now we're just sitting down on our bottom. Lots of ways to take a similar movement into a different seated or standing or any different postures. One more time each way. And then you're going to come, once again, bring the hands back. Left leg crosses over the right. And again, when you need more stretch, walk the foot in or scoop the buttocks towards that foot. Push that left knee out and open. Make sure you're not resting all that weight on that kneecap. So it's just slightly above on that thigh. Push that knee out and open. One more breath. And then this time as we release, then we're going to come up onto our hands and our knees now for a normal cat-cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees and hips. Round reverse, cat and cow. Here's your breath. And then round up into cat. Hold it here. Stretch. Pull that belly in nice and tight. Extend that spine, and then flex that spine and lift that tailbone up behind you. Bring those shoulder blades together. And then down onto the forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders. Couple cat-cows here. Round reverse. A little bit different part of the spine. We'll feel the stretch on our forearms with a little shorter lever in the upper body. One more time each way. And then we're going to make our way to our down dog. Curl those toes, those hips, push back into your downward facing dog. And then as you come here, if you need to, if it feels good or whatever, you're still waking up that body, walk it out in place. Do whatever works. Settle into your down dog, take a few deep breaths. And then from here, look towards those hands. Walk the feet to the hands to a standing forward fold. Head, chest, and body come in towards those legs. Lengthen those hamstrings, lengthen that back. Bring it all together. Inhale to a flat back. Gaze comes out over those feet. Push those hamstrings back. Pull that crown of the head forward. And then exhale, release back to that forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, head up, chest leads, nice flat back, up, up, up. We come all the way up to standing and bringing those hands down and around and keeping those feet about hip distance apart. Just inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down and around. And again, inhale, lifting up those arms. And then bringing the hands back down and around. Next time we come, bring those arms up and come up onto the balls of the feet. So just bring yourself up, inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. If you need help with balance, bring the hands down. You can always stand close to something that you can fall into, like a wall or next to something you can hold on to. Once again, inhale, coming up. And then next time, instead, we're gonna bend those knees and come down into a toe squat. So we're just gonna come up, balls of the feet. And then this time bend into those knees, balancing on the balls of the feet. And then just slowly bend into those knees, coming down into that toe squat. Trying to get those shoulders up over those hips. Hold it here. Balancing on the balls of the feet. If you can't come to this toe squat, yes, you can always bring the feet all flat and just come into a flat-footed squat. But if you can, try and balance, try and hold. One more breath. And then we're gonna slowly bring ourselves up. And out and down and around. And if you need to give it a little shake, do what you need to do that one more time. So just a little bit of balance. To begin our morning, inhale, come up, balls of the feet. Exhale, slowly bring yourself down. Coming down into that toe squat. Coming to where you can just hold. Try it again, get those shoulders back over those hips. Continue to breathe, in and out, focus. Sometimes finding a focal point, something that's not moving, that you can focus on and stare to will help with that balance. One more breath. And then we're gonna bring ourselves back up. So just coming up, coming out, and bring it down around. And if you need to, give it a shake, do what you need. All right. And then when you're ready, we're gonna make our way down to the ground. So make sure you have some room. Inhale up, exhale, folding forward. Place those hands down, walk or jump into a plank. A nice and strong plank, pull that belly in tight, hands underneath those shoulders. And then from here, push those shoulders slightly in front of the wrist with the toes, slowly chaturanga, lower down like you're doing that push up, and come to an up dog. And when you're ready, to your downward facing dog. So coming into that down dog, come here, take a few breaths, pushing back through those heels, and breathe. And then let's lift that right leg up behind us, nice and high, to your down dog splits. Circle up that ankle one way and then the other. And then point that toe, lift that leg nice and high, bend that knee, swing it forward. In between the hands is where we're trying to get it. And then we're going to come down onto that back knee. If you need a knee cushion, don't be afraid to get a pillow or a blanket. We're going to come down onto that knee, and then we're going to come into a low lunge. So bring ourselves up. So as we've come here, take a look if you can see yourself in your screen or wherever, knee over the ankle or a little behind. Just don't want to have that knee pushing out over that ankle and overstretch those tendons and ligaments. So paying attention to that alignment. And again, too, if you want to reach, grab a pillow, grab something to put underneath that knee. Feel free. You got the comfort of your home. You've got the comfort of your props that you have at home. So don't be afraid to use it. All right, so in that low lunge, coming here, holding it. Just kind of hold. And then let's bring those hands together into prayer because we're going to twist now to the right. So we've got the left elbow above the left knee, hands together in prayer, trying to pull that right elbow up over that left elbow and into a little bit of a twist. Untwisting, bring ourselves back to center. And then we're going to take those hands down onto the inside of that right foot. And we're going to walk ourselves down. If you'd like, you can keep that knee down, or if you want more stretch through that left leg, you can extend that left leg and lift that knee up. It just depends on what you're looking for. So it depends if you want to keep the knee down, you want to just focus on stretching that right leg. If you want to also stretch that left leg, you can elevate that knee, come to that toe. Make the posture a little more intense, entirely up to you. So find what works for you. Take a minute. Walk down onto the forearms, rest that head wherever you can go, whatever works. One more nice deep breath. And then we're going to walk those hands back in. We're going to bring ourselves up into a high lunge. So if you have anything underneath, make sure you move it out of the way. Inhale, bring the arms up, come up into that high lunge. So just coming up into that high lunge, take a couple breaths here. And then bring those hands together once again. Take that twist, a little bit different now because we've got that knee elevated. And just come into a twist, looking over to the right. Press the palms together. One more nice deep breath. And then bring the arms back up to our high lunge into warrior two. Drop onto the inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms, and bend into that front knee. And all the while being cognizant of where, again, that knee is in relation to that ankle, so we're not overstretching in that knee. Just take a look. If you can't see yourself in any reflections, always a good guide is if you can still see your toes without having to go look for them. Take a couple breaths right here, shoulders stacked over the hips, squeeze those shoulder blades together, reach long through those fingertips. And then from here, cartwheeling those hands down beside that foot, send that right leg back behind you to your down dog splits. Come forward to a three-legged plank. Hold that plank, belly in, nice and tight. And then from here, slowly chaturanga, release to your up dog. And when you're ready, to your down dog. And pushing back into that down dog, take a couple breaths right here. And the other side, inhale, exhale. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg up behind you. Circle that ankle one direction. Circle the other way. Point the toe, lift that leg nice and high. Bend that knee, swing it forward. Again, it's trying to get in between the hands. If it doesn't get there, pick it up, move it where it needs to be. Drop down onto that right knee. Come up to your low lunge. Use your pillow if you need, or your blanket, or your whatever. Cushion. And also, especially if you're on a hard surface, definitely would recommend using some sort of cushion for that knee. And then hands together, twisting to the left. Right elbow above that left knee. Anywhere on that side, just not on that kneecap. And then release, bring the arms back up. Bring those hands down inside of that left foot, coming again to lizard. And you can come down onto the forearms wherever you can go. Again, if you want more stretch through that right leg, you can elevate into that right leg. A little more intense here. It's entirely up to you. Take a couple more nice deep breaths right here. Inhale, exhale. And then from here, walking those hands back in, we're going to elevate ourselves up into a high lunge. Bring ourselves up, bend into both knees. Take the hands together. Once again, twist to the left. Elbow above the knee and the thigh. Take a twist. If you need help with balance, you can also lower that knee again. If you need extra challenge for your balance, just try closing those eyes. And then from here, slowly unwind, bring those arms back up to our high lunge, to our warrior two, drop onto the inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms, bend into that front knee. As we come into our warrior two, come here, come and hold, breathe. Oh, hey, Jaya. Thanks for coming to join us. I was like, who else popped in here? Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. Always nice when people that I usually have to work are able to take some time. So good to see you, hon. Hold it here. And just take one more nice deep breath. And then from here, just cartwheel those hands down beside that foot. Send that leg back behind you. Once again, to that three-legged plank. Come forward. If you can't come to a three-legged plank, try putting that foot down. If you need to take your plate to your knees, you can always do that too. One more breath. And then from here, slowly, chaturanga, release to your up dog. And then when you're ready, to your downward facing dog. Well, hello, Diego. It's time for yoga. You're a little late today, buddy. Why are you late? And then from here, look towards those hands. Walk or jump those hands to the feet. If you want to jump, all you do is you bend your knees, lift the hips, elevate the legs, and float the legs forward. And try to land lightly, as light as possible. Forward fold, come and hold. And then from here, inhale to that flat back. Push the hamstrings back, draw the crown of the head forward. Hands can go to the shins, hands can stay on the ground. It really depends on what works best for you. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms out to the side, head up, chest leads with that nice flat back. Bring our way all the way up to standing, bringing the hands down. and around. All right, now we did this posture while we were seated. So if you need to go back to the floor, you can do that. Also, too, easiest thing, like I said, if you want something to fall into, it would be better not an object, but a wall. If you want to stand in front of it, so if you go anywhere, your momentum would go back, or if you want to have something to hold on to. So just remember that to help yourself. But there's also ways, if you don't have anything around you, to modify so you don't get yourself in a tough spot. All right, so we're going to take the right knee into our chest first. We're just going to hug that knee in, and we're just going to get balanced on that one leg. So get balanced, get tall. Once you get here, this is where you can take the left hand, either the two fingers to the toe or the hand to the arch of the foot, and we're going to extend that leg. And then if you can, right arm comes up, and we're going to twist back. So again, this would be where if you have something to help, it would help. I'm helping. Can't get my arm back. Or you can also, other ways to modify would be to keep that knee bent and that hand held and reach and take that twist back. Another option would be not to twist back, just to keep yourself forward without the twist, with the leg extended. It's entirely up to you. Whatever works. Try something though, and then your absolute last option would be to sit down and do this as we did earlier, seated. So remember, you've got lots of options, lots of things to try. Try something that's going to challenge. Give me one more breath wherever you are. All right. And then let's just bring it down and release. And wiggle and work out whatever you need to. All right. And then when you're ready, you're going to again bring that left knee into the chest. So again, start here, find your balance, and then figure out, what are we going to do? Are we going to extend that leg? Are we just going to keep the knee bent and take the left arm up and reach back? What's it going to be? What's going to be your challenge for this side? So figure out what's going to work for you. Try something. You might need to come in, come out, get yourself something. Yeah, don't watch me. Maybe it's happening today, maybe it's not. So just be aware of what's going to work and what's not going to work. I think we're better off not turning around. Try one, give it one more try wherever you are. Hold just for one more breath. And then from here, go ahead, release, bring it in, bring it down, give it a shake. All right. One side might have worked better than the other. One orientation might have been better. But the most important thing is that we just gave it a try. All right, so taking both feet onto the ground, inhale up, exhale, fold it forward. So coming back into that forward fold. And here too, if it feels good, you can walk it out. Or just hold stationary. Hamstrings are nice and long, back is long. And then from here, placing those hands down, walk or jump into a plank. And if you want to jump again, you just bend into the knees, float the legs back, jump onto the toes slowly. Chaturanga, release to your up dog. And then when you're ready, to your down dog. All right. So coming into our down dog, take a couple breaths right here. Just coming into that down dog, getting that breath moving through that body, because we're going to come forward into a plank. We're going to get that belly in nice and tight. And then all we're going to do is lift the hips, and we're going to push back to that down dog. So again, we're just going to come forward to our plank, and we're going to push back into our down dog. So just moving forward, a little bit of core work, a little bit of belly, back and butt, and then back we go into our down dog. A little bit of strength here, forward and back. And you can also do this from your knees. So just continue at your own pace. You could sit into a child's pose, come forward to a knee plank, and to child if that's too intense on your toes, okay? Give yourself an option. One more time. And then once you get back into your down dog, just sit back, push back, and hold. Just one more breath. And now to our knees, feet together to our child's pose. So coming into child's pose, reach those arms nice and long. We're here for a moment. Reach, reach, reach. Get a stretch through the back, through the arms. And then just slide those arms in and circle those wrists. Give those wrists a little release. And then when you're ready, just rest the arms, sit back in your child pose, hold it here. Give it a breath or two. And then from here, walk those hands back beside you. We're gonna bring ourselves up. You can just cross at the ankles or you can just sit back however you can. All right, and as we did the beginning of our practice, there's a way to modify this. As we come into steer, you can keep the leg extended and cross over again. But if you can, we're going to take the right leg underneath and we'll take the left leg on top. So again, you could take that right leg and keep it straight if you can't come here, but if you can, try and cross those legs over. Ideally, you have each knee stacked one on top of the other and each foot out in the same place. If you've got really good hip flexibility, that knee would be lower down, but I just want you to come find a place where you can get a little bit of a stretch through the hips, through the buttocks. And again, if you need to, right leg can be extended out straight. All right, and then from here, we're gonna inhale up and we're gonna exhale, we're gonna fold forward. Now, as we fold forward, you can keep the hands at the feet, you can release the hands, walk the hands forward. If you have really good hip flexibility, you can get those knees stacked and those feet out. You might get your forehead onto the ground. Just really depends. If not, and also too, if you're not comfortable folding forward, you can still keep yourself upright, hands at the feet, and just bring that upper body slightly forward if you feel that you've got that. Let's take something. And then just give it one more nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And then from here, we're gonna walk our hands back in, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna lean back. We're gonna uncross those legs before we go to the other side. Let's just extend those legs. Inhale up and exhale and fold forward. Keeping in mind, I have the left leg over the right. If you were opposite of me when we go to the other side, just make sure you get the other leg on top. And from here, inhale, add up, just up. All right, so let's take the other leg, right leg on top this time, left leg underneath. Find that place to get yourself comfy. You need to maneuver those legs and then again, just find some place that works for you and then decide where you're going to go. If you want to come and fold forward, if you want to release the arms, you want to keep the hands at the ankles. And just take a moment and breathe. And again, if you need to, left leg can be extended out in front. You can just cross that right leg over. That's needed. Take a couple breaths right here. Inhale, exhale. One more nice deep breath. And then again, as we inhale, nice tight core, head up, all that body, all that spine comes up together, release, uncross. This time, bring those feet together into bound angles to bring the soles of the feet together. And then from here, once again, too, you can either keep the hands on the legs or you can release them forward, but inhale, lifting up through the top of the head, and exhale, and folding forward. So again, you can use those elbows to push out on the inner thighs. You can release the arms forward. Depends just on the flexibility and what's going to feel good for you. Take a nice deep breath. And then from here, once again, inhale, lift that head up, nice tight core, and bring all that body up together. All right, and then from here, as we make our way into our boat, we'll go eventually be making our way all the way down to the ground. All right, Kitty says it's time to finish up. Time for Shavasana. Not quite yet, Kitty. All right, making our way into boat. Starting with those feet on the ground, and then we're just gonna first lean back. Take your arms, and then as you can, lift those legs up. If you need to modify boat, you can always hold the hamstrings, you can hold the shins. So as you can, take those legs, bring them up, squeeze those inner thighs together. Now, if you can, extend those legs. Take those legs long. Not necessary, but if you can, just extend. Squeeze the inner thighs together, roll the shoulders back and down. Again, this is your boat. This is where your belly's working. This is where your core is working. Take a few breaths. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. And then from here, we're going to roll that momentum forward and fold over those legs. Because we're going to do that one more time. You should have felt that belly working, maybe even that low back. Once again, bring ourselves up, get yourself into your boat, into whatever boat is for you, however you can. Also, too, you can modify by keeping the feet down. You can always do that if you need to, but if you can, go where you can, challenge where you can. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. A few more breaths. And then this time as we release, we're going to take those legs down and that upper body back and lay long. So as you take yourself down, reach, point, and stretch. Take that body nice and long. And then from here, bring those hands down by your side, bend the knees, bring those feet in. And we did this while we were seated. Now we're going to do a reclining figure four. So cross the right leg over the left, again above the knee. And then from here, reach around, reach through, grab the shin of that left leg. If you can't get to that, you can extend that leg if that's too intense. So figure four, pull it in. Again, we did this when we were seated, just opening up that hip a little bit more. Come wherever it works for you, hold here. Take a moment, keep breathing. And then from here, go ahead and release and uncross and cross the other way. All right, so just going to the other side, release, uncross, push that left knee out and open and reach left hand through, right hand around, grab a hold, pull it in as best as you can, and then just hold here in that figure four and relax. And one more nice deep breath. And then from here, just slowly uncross, take a hold loosely on those shins or take those hands at those knees for drivers. And go ahead and take those circles one way and circling the other way. And little back massage, little roll. And then whenever you're ready, as you know, now's our final few minutes of relaxation time for Shavasana. When you're ready, extend those legs, get comfy, take the arms by your side, palms up. This is traditional posture for Shavasana, which is corpse pose. If you're not comfortable here, do what you need. If you need to move the feet, the legs, if you need a pillow underneath the neck, if you have low back issues, pillow underneath the knee. If you want a blanket, if you want to throw something over your face to keep the light out, do whatever you need to be comfortable. Just take a few minutes to close your eyes and bring yourself back to our beginning. And as our practice is coming to an end, we're coming to the beginning of the rest of our day. Taking time to welcome this new beginning. Taking time to just breathe. And slowly bringing some awareness back into that body and that mind. You can move those fingers, those toes, those arms, those legs, hands or feet. Move that head, go side to side, circles. Whenever you're ready, rolling over onto the side of your choice. Anyone who's pregnant should go left. Everybody else can choose a side. Remain here for a moment, letting a little blood flow come back to our heart. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. And that is a quote from an unknown source. When you're ready, push yourself back up. There we began our practice. Hopefully discovering some of our inner strength, outer strength a little bit today and as we move forward. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming. You can unmute yourself.